Well, hello everyone. Apologies for not being able to do more videos that I said I would do. I've been experimenting on a video studio that I had just found and have recorded and got myself. I am still experimenting around on that. And just kind of lapsed because, with an actual career that I have now that I'm doing, it's been a little bit difficult to keep up with it. So, apologies on that. It's been a while. Welcome back, everyone. Or at least those who I still have. Most of you still don't know me. Not that it matters. I'm just doing this for fun. But here today, so what I did, I was on tanks for a bit. I've only been doing tanks for an hour, mainly because of a different issue. Not because of work, because of a different issue that tanks is causing me. But I came across an article in the main Wargaming.net launcher, the game center, right as I got off this. So I just finished my hour, got off, and I just saw an article that I just could not, I laughed at. So I figure it's something that I would show you and explain and go through the tanks a bit. It's slightly old. It's about 3 days old, but I just saw it, and I laughed at it. So, are you having tough battles? Get up to 28% off 3 versatile brutes. And only one of them was a brute. So, I laughed at that really hard. Only one of them is a brute. And it is the first one here, the Rheinmetall Scorpion G. That's the only brute. Now I'm going to explain basically all 3 here just to tell you why I say the Scorp G is the only brute on here. The other 2 are not. So yeah, I'm going to go through the vehicles. I'm not going to go through the article. I don't know if anyone else has done the article, but I mean, right now, 28% off of the Rheinmetall Scorpion G? Oh, sure. Of course, standard, the cheapest is still standard, unfortunately. It's still not much, but to get the Scorp G, I would go for it. That's, man, out of all of them, unless you're a tank collector like me, don't go for these 2. This is the one you want to go to. This is the most sold tank in the game. But let's go through all of them, I'm going to explain why the Scorp G, you find it, is the only brute. 3. Simply because, well, that's a 12.8 centimeter cannon. Hits like a truck. Excuse me. Hits harder than a tank. Yay, poor acronym there. But it's, I mean, just look at it. 490 damage on average. 246 regular pen, 311 gold rounds. And for it being a sniping tank destroyer. I mean, you're fragile. If you're found, they just shoot HE at your turret, and you'll do it, and they'll do max damage because there's no armor. But literally, you just stay in the back, and it has been one of the most frustrating tanks to face in a match because here you are on the front line with your heavy tanker, and you did very well. You've done 4,000 damage. You're going to town. You're finally going to the final base, only to find out there's a Scorp G still alive at full health, firing gold. And if it's not the Scorp G, it's brother from another nation, the SU-130 PM. It's always one of these 2 in the back. Such hard-hitting, powerful guns, and they snipe. So it's always been a pain to face these. Yeah, they're just like, oh yeah, I'm finally going to win. I hardly have anything left. I've done so well, and you're dead. And the Scorp G is now slowly picking off your team one at a time, if nobody finds them. So, but it not as accurate, but pretty accurate for what it is. 0.28, 1.97 aim seconds. Again, 0.28 dispersion, and right now with mine, with an upgraded crew of Brothers in Arms, with gun rammer in the slot. I mean, 5.6 rate of fire, 10-second reload, 2,700 DPM, with 246 or 311 pen. You're dealing tier 10 tanks too. That's why a lot of people love this one. It's a huge money-making tank. It is, out of all the ones I have here, as you can see down here at the bottom, of all these premiums I have, which by the way, I'm slowly getting my tier 8s back. So I got the Hawk 12, I just need to load it and get some equipment. I got the T-32 back since that's now on track. Of all the ones I have here at tier 8 that I've been using so much to farm credits to get these tanks back as well as finish all the tech trees, this has been one of the greatest money makers I've had out of everything here. And yes, there is an unskinned version if you want to wait for that. But it's up to you if you want to do it. I'm doing a sales pitch saying, buy now. I'll even slap this with it. No, I'm not doing that. I'm just letting you know that of that, it's a good base rate's probably still going to be about $45 for it. It's or $50. It's up there, but it is a tank worthwhile to have. One of the greatest to have out there. Now, to go off of the other two, and why I'm going to say they're not brutes, as the title says. First, we're going to save that one last. We're going to go down to the tier 6, the Bretagne Panther. Or at least that's how it's pronounced. I would say Bretagne. Or Bretagne. I don't know. Not how it was when I first read it. Bretagne? No. Please don't hate me for that. Bretagne Panther. This is an actual historical tank that actually still exists. It's still around in museums. Bretagne Panther was a captured Panther tank from the French Resistance, and they used their own. This is a fun tank. To say it's a brute is a swing and a miss by a long shot. As if you were playing darts, you're not even hitting the board to say this is a brute. It's not. Now, it's, as it says, versatile medium tank. It is a versatile tank. It's fun to play, but honestly, you do better with the M4A1. FL10 if they ever sell this thing. Would you do better with that? You'll do much better with the Skoda T40. Better with the heavy tank number 6. The Bretagne Panther, if you want to have fun. There are even tons, even if you don't want to pay anything, there are even tons of tanks in the tech trees that are much better. The Cromwell, for one, is much better than the Bretagne Panther. The issue with it is basically its gun. So 150 regular, 194 gold for a tier 6 medium tank isn't that bad. The damage is horrific, though, 135, because it's only a tier 6 7.5. Just to compare that with the Germans that use 7.5s, like right here, the 3.4. 110, 158, 110, and it's a tier 5. But what I like about the Germans having this, especially with my hydrostat, the German 7.5 is just for the German tanks themselves. They're smaller profile, more versatile than the actual Panther, whereas Panther's a tier 7 with a better gun. I think I'm going on a tangent on the wrong comparison there. But from my experience with the Bretagne Panther, its gun is quite lackluster. 135 when other tier 6s do more. This is an autoloader. This one just hits hard. And what also hurts is the fact that it's 0.33 dispersion. It's not terrible dispersion. You're still doing decently well, but it's a 0.3 dispersion. 2.16 aim time. So this is a fun tank to have if you want it, especially if you like historical aspects of the game. This is one of the most historical tanks that's still around in a museum in France. I would go for this tank. If not, save your money. That's all I'll say. The Cheetos is just better. This thing upgrade? I do. I'm going to sidetrack. Now, but that's just my experience with the Bretagne. I'd still play it. It's fun to play. It's fun to have. It's definitely not one to go for when you have tanks like the Stretsfon M44257, the M4A1 that's a 4-round autoloader, the Skoda T40 that has an 8.8. Or even each. I'll tell you what, I had better fun with this one. The AC4 Experimental. Just look at it. That's what I should have compared it with. 171, 239, 150 compared to the Bretagne's tier 6, 7.5. Now, yes, the Britannia is much faster than this one, and fatter, because it's a big panther. The AC4 Experimental has a better profile to aim down. So, up to you if you want every tank collector. Go ahead, like me. Just, here, shut up and take my money. Give me the tank. I don't have it. Other than that, it's not a brute. So that was one issue that I laughed at. It's not a brute. And then the third and final one that I saved for last is definitely no way. It's not a brute. I'm sorry. This is a brute. This is a monster brute. To say the AMX CDC, forgive me for pronouncing this if I can get it right. Shashia Deshad, forgive me if I got it wrong. But the AMX CDC, to say this is a brute, you're not swinging and missing that dartboard. That dart's coming back at you. This is nowhere near on the board being a brute. Now, if you're a fun, masochist like me, then you go for it. I definitely go for it. I got this on console and figured out how to play it quickly and was doing well with it. And here I am playing it, doing fairly well with it. Of course, 52% win rate, that finally caught up. Not because that's my average. Still trying to work that to get up right now. RNG is screwing me over. But, where do I begin with this CDC? 42 games, 52%, not bad. 53% damage. Got some good rewards. So, it ain't bad. But look at that survival rate. 23. Very few tanks. Basically, it's about as low as what you get for some of the best light tanks. But, I did, 3,900 with 7 kills. I know how to play this tank, but to say it's a brute, it's not. It's got a great gun. I will tell you that. It has a very good gun. And that's 90 millimeter. It's delicious. It's amazing for what it can do. 212, 259 average, 240 damage. 7-second reload, which I got mine down by a second to almost a 6-second reload with 2,300 DPM. 0.32 accuracy, but a 1.68 aim time, which really makes it to where you can easily poke out, shoot, poke out, not wait by a second, shoot, and then go back. If that 0.32 was down to a 0.3, this thing would just be an ultimate peeking tank. Like, you just play peekaboo with a tank. Like, peekaboo, shoot, and then move back. Peekaboo, fire, and then move back. Which is what you want to do with this tank. I have a lot of fun. I have a lot of success because I know what it is. What you don't want to do with this tank, instead of sniper, I don't think it's a sniper. That 0.32 does hurt it. I don't believe it's a sniper, but what's great about it is extremely mobile. And it's fast. That armor. That's why this is not a brute. That armor is just scary. It is very scary. I don't even think Jason Voorhees wants to get in this tank. 30 in the front, 20 everywhere else for a tier 8. Just to put that in comparison, here's the ELC even 90. It's only double the ELC's armor. And this is a light tank that hides. Look at the EBR, the wheeled tank. 40, 16, 40, or 40, 20, 40 in the turn. What's another one? The Batchat Chatillon 12T, 40, 20, 20, and then 25 in the turn. But again, these are light tanks, not meant to have a whole lot of armor, but have greater view range. This is a medium tank, very mobile, does not have as great of a view range, even if I was to replace that. So, and again, this is my personal experience of having the tank. I don't believe this is a sniper tank. It's not as accurate as others. I believe the Indian Panzer had better luck being a sniper tank with that than this. But if you do play this like I do, you're definitely insane like I am, because this is very fun to have, especially if you're in an extremely good mood and just don't care anymore. It's very fun to have. Plus, it gives you improves your quick reaction time if you want to. But again, it's not a brute, it is a glass cannon. To say it's a sniper, it can be if you put in the improved aiming. Other than that, no. It's not. I don't believe it's a sniper. I use its mobility to my advantage, which is fun. I like doing that. But with now the BZ-176 out, having a gold round that should not exist in this game, you just can't play the CDC anymore. Even if you do play it as a sniper, he'll see. Once he zooms in and finds you, he'll shoot you with an HE round and just one-shot you, basically. It has no armor. But very fast, very mobile. It's a fun tank to have. But is it worth buying? No. So that's my take on it when I saw that article and saw that they're just, hey, we are 3 brute tanks to have just to improve it. Only one was a brute, and that's a Swerve G. That is the only one of the 3 that I would go for. Only the Swerve G. This is the best one to have. See, 0.28, and they're saying the CDC's a sniper. No. So that's my take on the 3. This is the only brute. The CDC and the Bretagne are not. Fun tanks to have, though. But worth it? Unless you're like me, no. They're not. Only this one's worth it. So that's my take on it. So thank you for watching. And again, apologies for not doing as many videos as I should have been doing, so that you guys can stay in the loop, because I still cannot stream. There is no fiber ops in my location yet. It's not going to be until summer because everything here is completely frozen. But yes, I will try and do it. And one thing I really need to do is get down and talk, even though it's late. But it's mainly my personal opinions of how I feel about the new Christmas tanks. And then I need to do another one about, since I finally got them, the yearly reward tanks. So I'll definitely do those and get those out the way so that you can guys see it, and then I'll tell you about my personal opinions about it, and possibly show a gameplay with one of them. Not sure which one. So stay tuned for that. Give it a follow. Give it a like if you like it. If not, what to do. Put in comments of what I can improve. Other than that, I am still going for trying to use the video editor to improve my videos, but I'm still experimenting with that. So right now they're just raw, straight videos with no editing whatsoever. So thank you for watching. Stay safe out there. And until then, I'll see you all next time.